Hey boys and girls, Night Stalker here. Today we're loading in on Sun City Siege. Now I'm just getting ready to do a video on firearms and crossbows, so I'm just having a bit of a play around with some of the guns. Let's see how this battle goes. I'm probably not going to get a great score because a big part of your score is how much damage you take, and usually when you're using firearm units and archers exclusively, you don't take a lot of damage. Having looked in our team, we've got 3 dual blades. They're a bit of a waste of space. The enemy has got a few spears and things, so they've got a bit of burst damage. A couple of archers there, which we don't have, so we have at a disadvantage in the range. In terms of levels, we're pretty even, so I can expect to get probably burst damaged if I get swamped. Other than that, our team will probably try and flank a lot. You know, we've got muskets and dual blades and yeah, it's going to get messy. I don't think this is going to be a tidy battle, boys and girls. Anyway, we're loading in. I'm going to take my Kreigsrat Fusiliers in first, just so they can just warm up, you know. They've been sitting in the garage all dusty for a while. Garage. It's not World of Tanks today. They've been sitting in the barracks with not much to do for a while. So we're going to take them in. First thing first, keep them safe. A bit wonky there. My horse is drunk, it's not me, seriously. Grab this cannon, see what we can do. This is always the least interesting part of the battle for me, the old cannons. Or the artillery part in the start. One of the key things to remember when you're using your artillery at the start is don't bring all your gold tier units when you're attacking, because they'll just get pummeled. Things like the Falconetti gunners, that sort of thing. A really terrible thing to bring out first. So that's just a little tip if you're new to the game. If you're new to the game, you're not going to have Falconetti gunners. Excuse me. Right, we finally managed to hit him. Might start working on the siege tower now if no one's shooting back. So in our gun lineup today, we've got the Tercios, which I absolutely love, and we've got the Kriegsrats, which I don't play an awful lot on my videos particularly, or an awful lot at all. The reason for that is that I've always had a bit of a block about how much ammo they've got. Hang on a second. Anyway, so I've always had a bit of a block about how much ammo they've got. They dump a lot of ammo very quickly and they don't have a lot to start with, but they are very accurate and very high damage. They even do more damage per shot than the Tercios. So they're actually a very good unit. So just like javelins, they're much better on defense than attack, unless you're pushing straight off a supply point. You really need all of that extra ammo. You cheeky free artillery kill. Where is he? But they are a very, very strong unit. Now, the Kreigsrat Fusiliers, their melee attacks are very stabby. They do a couple of thousand damage sometimes. If a hero was to charge into the middle of the Kreigsrat Fusiliers, they can and will die. You know, the back rank will fire at them with their muskets, and the front rank will stab them. And even though they've got a very low rate of attack with their bayonets, the attacks are very strong, and they do kill heroes. So if you see these guys out on the battlefield, it's a good idea not to charge them solo. Now, the way to tell these Kreigsrat Fusiliers, let me show you. See how they've got their little bayonets on the end of their guns? Can you see? That's the best way to tell them, even when they're in costumes. Excuse me, sir, that cannon is not for you. How can we stop him getting away? He's got his ult on. If we go over here, maybe we can stop him getting away long enough. Nope, not to be. Right, we don't want to hang around with this. What's going on around us? Those javelins will quite happily keep those little units at bay. Quick shot here. Wasn't to be. And what have we got supporting? With Javos, we've got more guns, and we've got a whole bunch of heroes. So let's support those whole bunch of heroes by bringing our muskets in and thinning out the enemy's ranks. Look at that amazing damage. Look at that rate of fire and accuracy. These guys are absolutely filthy. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Hit by a tread that wasn't even aimed at us. Do I need to retreat? No, you see on the map they're going to have to turn and face. There we go. So now we just shoot them in the back for free. Just monstrous amount of damage. 4,000 to 4,500 per hit. Just absolutely slaughtered them. So yeah, if you do see these on the battlefield, don't assume they're like archers and you can jump in and wade them up. This unit will even kill a maul if a maul is foolish enough to try and wade into them. Unless he gets the drop on them, I guess, but you know, that just doesn't help. Ooh, save our friend. Save. Go away. Oh, you're a lucky little man, Mr. Musket. Anyway, we've got some stuff going on over here. We've got flamethrowers and shields, so we're pretty safe. I can't tell what it is on the siege tower, but we're going to shoot at whatever it is. It's pike militia. So just look at the monstrous amount of damage that these Kriegsrats do. And they do this amount of damage to elite units too, not just to these little peasants. But you can see right now my ammunition is exhausted and I need to run back to the supply point. Off we go, and that was probably good timing too. Yeah. If we'd left it 3, 4, 5 seconds longer, we'd be dead at this point. So that would have been very bad. Dead is bad, obviously. What are our team doing? I need to get out of here. That's something else you can do with your longsword ult. You don't have to use it to charge into combat. You can also use it to charge out of combat. Okay, so you were lucky to get away, Mr. Shortsword. Nice Imperial Pike advance, although I don't think it's going to save us. Look at all those heroes on the minimap. We're just completely overmatched here. Man, those paladins are yuck. Stun me good. Poleaxe, very weird weapon. Used it for... I'm not getting out of here, no. Absolutely crushed. There's nothing we could do. Well, it looks like we have taken their supply point on the outside though. So yeah, as you can see, those Kriegsrats just pump out massive amounts of damage in a short period of time, but it is in essence, an absolute ammo dump, and it doesn't take many volleys, something like somewhere between 25 and 30 at a guess. It feels like about that. That's all you get. That's all the volleys you get. They're not like Tercios where you just stay in the battle for forever. Because I'm talking about them, I'm going to take them out again. See what we can do here. What sort of carnage we can take. We've only lost 2, and that was due to an unfortunate treb, so be it. If you are new to the game, do you see that little ragdoll on the right there with the little soldier and his armor and the sword? That's telling me that my good old gloves are a bit damaged. They're in the yellow and they need to be repaired from the, the P screen. When you press P back in town. These guys are not particularly slow either. They're relatively fast, all things considered. About the same speed as most units. They're not sluggish. So this is a really good situation. What's going on over there? This is a really good situation to find ourselves in because we have a lot of stuff up front that's heavy duty that will keep them off us, and we can just sit back and absolutely shoot the hell out of them. Those heroes cannot push down this or they will die, and it looks like they know that. We're just going to kill absolutely everything that comes down there in bits and drabs. A unit of shields or something pushing down would be fine. What is that shortbow doing? He's insane. Free assist. I'm just going to back off a bit. Always move early and move often with guns. Shoot these guys because they've decided they're going to make a charge at us. Pain of a shortbow just shot one of my guys. Why is he standing there in front of cavalry and guns? It's going to cost him. Anyway, now our team are moving in. We're going to come up. Guns always work better at short range. Shorter the better. These Kriegsrats are better than most gunners. They have very good accuracy. But in general, like these Ironcaps that I've got on my list here, they actually will not hit this sort of range. It's really only Kriegs and super upgraded Tercios. These guys are stupid. I'm going to kill them both. Watch this. Even if I get ulted by the poleaxe, they're both going to get executed. And here's another victim. No, you're not getting away. Come here. Oh, I screwed up. I'm dead. I got greedy, and that's what happens when you get greedy. Never mind. That was my mistake. That wasn't the Kriegsrats failing. Now we're into 40 seconds on the cooldown. We're just letting our team know that there's something bad going on here, and they should notice. What's going on the big map? Don't know what these guys are doing here in the buildings. Here. If I were them, I would attack the B point, probably from the supply here. That's where they need more reinforcements. They've got enough stuff on that supply. 16 seconds in the load-in. What are my options? We want to defend the B point, I think. They are making a decent push on there, and it will become even more difficult if they come off the supply and up, either through the gate and up the stairs, whether they come straight up the wall. So whatever it takes, I'm probably going to lose, so it's going to be Ironcap Gunners. These are a cool wee unit, 145 leadership. I've got the Guy Fawkes masks on them, the Valadiers or whatever it is, bodies, the armour. And we're going to bring them up here. Now, Ironcaps hit hard, but they don't hit often. They're very slow to aim and fire, and they do, as I say, they do a lot of damage, but they're quite inaccurate. However, when you get them up into a situation like this where they're firing into masses of troops and it's very difficult for them to miss, they do a lot more damage. And like all guns, they do far better when put behind the rest of our troops. I'm a little worried here that we're going to get trebbed. Try and just keep moving. We won't be hitting much here because there's not a massive troops there that we can really see. Do you see how long they take to aim and fire? Much slower than the Kriegsrat or the Tercios. Right, that treb's not at us, so I'm feeling quite happy about that. And we've got a big massive troop coming, and we've got some melee boys in front. So we're going to allow them to pump a few shots in, and then we're going to retreat back. See, look at those nice damage numbers, 3,500 odd. But they're quite inaccurate. Were those guys dispersed formation, like loose pikes, or dispersed formation archers, things like that, we would be getting far less hits. And a good time to leave is when you start getting a lot less hits than you would like. We're going to get overrun here, I think. Just watching my mini-map. Do you see that circle formation that one of the heroes is standing inside? That's a dead giveaway of Imperial Pikes. There's only one other unit that uses that formation that looks like that on the minimap, and that's the Domain Pikemen. And we know that they're not domains. So we're just going to sacrifice ourselves for the greater good here. We want to keep them off those longbowmen. Those longbowmen should be retreating, but they're not. That's a bit sad. 250 leadership unit. I've got another hero behind us, as you can see on the minimap. I might try and hold this for a little bit. Bit of health for our friends, bit of speed for our friends. Although I don't think we're going to last super long. Just want to keep my shield up and keep going. Ow. Oh, where did they come from? Oh, that was epic. Great move by whoever that was. You see that? He must have come up the stairs. I didn't even see him on the minimap. I'll have to watch that back. But he must have just come up the stairs, moved onto the point, and immediately jabbed me. Excellent move to him. And consequently, we're going to lose both the C and the B points at the same time. Most of our heroes are too tied up at the back or on the side of the map to actually help the C point. So be it. What are we doing? 80 kills. Not too bad for using a unit of Kriegsrats and a unit of Ironcaps. However, losing units is not going to help us win the game. That's a very interesting helm. That there is the Stygian helm. You get them from the, what do you call them? They used to be barbutes in the last season. I'm struggling to remember what they're called. But you get them for doing the Conquerors path, and then you transfer those into the elite, premium version of that and trade them in. Very strange looking helmet. Okay, so as you can see, the enemy has a butt ton of gold tier cavalry, tier 5 cav. So I'm going to have to be very careful using these gunners. That's a nope. That's a nope. Not until I know what he's got with him. Just let my team know that there's a lurker. Good comms. Oh, we've got some nice cav there. I feel a bit more confident. Alrighty, so what do we got here? Namcans? Ratans? Nothing on the point. Alright, we're going to push this way, and we're going to use these Namcans to cover us. So if we do get charged, Tercios of course are quite tough, so we're not going to die instantly or anything like that unless it's cavalry, and those guys there can sort of help keep us alive by shooting anyone that attacks us in melee. Hi friend! How are you and your condos there hanging about behind the building? We got an infantry unit crossing in the background there as well. I might build some artillery. Those cavalry are going to get shot to bits by my Tercios. That's lovely. Plus, of course, those stalwarts in the middle tear apart like cavalry. What do we got? Goodbye! I love this cannon. This is one of the cannons, you get 5 of them for a few dollars. Oh, oops, that was a bit of a mistake. But we'll definitely beat these rattan round shields. Right, we want to start shooting at some of these heroes. So we'll come out a little bit, risk ourselves a little bit. You gain nothing unless you risk. Okay, they're going to leave me alone to attack the side of the stalwart unit, so I'll do that. And the key to our survival right now is our stalwart unit. I'm not allowing this to happen blindly. Lovely, he died. Yeah, heroes charging gunners is suicide. And there we go, as you can see, with the help of the Namcan archers there, we absolutely slaughter what's left of that unit. Got ourselves a nice unit of jabs. We've still got 12 left, but they're a little under strength. What do we got? 3 minutes 45. It's going to be close, I think. It might come down to unit losses. See that guy coming around the back? My Tercios will shoot him if he does. Bit of speed. Ah! Hey, that was my own cannon used against me. That, of course, is perfectly possible. How are the Tercios not shooting him? Come here, you. I missed. It's alright, we'll get him now, he's off his horse. It's a shame, we've only got 3 Tercios left. This guy's not getting away, though. Lovely. Oh, my own cannon again. That's just embarrassing. But we're going to do our best to keep these stalwarts alive. We'll bring these Tercios onto the point when they run out of ammo. And just thinking ahead, they actually don't have really enough here. They've got a few peasants down that alleyway, a couple of ratty archers there, but it's really just the heroes. So what they've got left must be coming from the back. It's dirty Treb. Alright, now's a good opportunity. They haven't got anything to push with, so now we're going to go back and get our units. You've got to look for those lulls in the battle. And don't wait till the lull in the battle has been going for a while, because people are respawning and bringing units up. When you see that lull, and you can see that there's only like heroes, for example, on the enemy team that are attacking, and a few units that have no hope of actually getting onto the point, go and get your next unit then. They've got a long way to go, and you've only got a short way. The spear is suicidal, dead. Bit of health for my friends, do the old longsword thing. So, paladins, they're nasty. We'll give our paladins a bit of symmetry and stalwarts a bit of speed. They don't want to use it, but that's okay. That's good tax by the musket. What are these? Serfs. Craptacular serfs. Absolutely massacre. By the way, as far as peasant unit goes, serfs are terrible. You should never use serfs in combat. They're great for gathering, but you know, the village watchmen at 30 leadership are better. The you know, just about everything. I prefer the village farmers, you know, the tenant farmers. Why are a team not moving on the point? Guys, come on, minute 20. The woodcutters, also great, you know, shield and axe. Although definitely I prefer the tenant farmers and the watchmen of all the peasant units. But don't use serfs in your lineup for combat. That's the end of my Martellatori. And at this point, we're not going to get to spawn in again. The enemy has, as you can see, they've got 1, maybe 2 units back there. It looks like a unit of crossbows, maybe, in that little block line formation. Yeah, it is. And that's it. That's game over, boys and girls. Those crossbows can give a headache. There's 2 sets of crossbows there. But really, they don't have enough. And look at all the troops we've got lying around. I don't quite know why we've got a unit up the back there. I guess they're covering the flank. Oh, with the arrival of those stalwarts, that's it. Game over. There is nothing left they can do to us. 10 seconds and it's ours. So if you're thinking about going down ranged sort of track, Kreigsrat Fusiliers are absolutely fantastic, as you can see. I can highly recommend them. That's our victory. Here we do. We got an S for 1050, maximum score, 2 kills and 67 murders. What's that? Ox tongue? Leather, a pouch of silver, a couple of those. 1.4 million damage, not bad. Oh, the Arquebusiers, Ironcap's got 10. And we got third, not bad. 160 and 4 and 126 murders. Unit versus unit's a million. So looking here, the only thing that kind of went sideways was there, the Kreigsrat Fusiliers, which we got overrun. Those guys at the end there were just, you know, you lose troops when you defend the final point. It's just how things go. But all in all, a fantastic game. I hope you learned something, particularly about Kreigsrat Fusiliers, or you just enjoyed watching. Thanks for coming along. Hey guys, Knight here. Thanks for watching my videos. I make these in my spare time for a bit of fun, so hopefully you learned something or you just enjoyed watching. It would really help me out if you would subscribe and like my videos. See you on the battlefield.